So apparently, now in the world of social media, I'm supposed to show and teach or show what I know when installing my own locks. So it's Friday night, here watching TV, installing my locks. So I said, okay, well, since this is the thing I'm supposed to do, let me record how I start and go through installing one micro interlock. So I've already got a little section here, and one thing for anybody watching, I have no idea how many locks I'm going to end up with. I have no idea how many I already have. Some of them are bigger than how I potentially initially wanted. Some of them are a little smaller. That's okay for me, because I'm installing them myself. And for me, this is more about creating more time and more freedom in my life, but also still being able to have a little bit of fun with my hair. So, yeah. So as you see, a little part already done, a little section. And I have my trusty Photogenic here. It's a product that I discovered a couple of years ago, and I love it. It is highly moisturizing, but it's also natural. So you don't need a whole lot, especially for something of this size. Strands of hair this size. Because I'm not trying to wet it, and I'm not really trying to style it per se. It's just to add a bit of moisture. There's no other product in my hair. I washed it with cleansing shampoo, and I didn't put any conditioner or anything in it. So it needs a little something. So what's in this? Water is the number one ingredient, which I love. Carbomer, which I guess is the emulsifier. Shea butter, coconut oil, propylene glycol, which is helping with the slippage, and probably a bit of an emulsifier as well. Soy protein, wheat protein, glycerin, mango seed, aloe, avocado oil, kernel oil, neem seed, hibiscus flower, carrot oil, vitamin E, benzoic acid, olive oil, fragrance, and color. So it's brown, so it'll match in with your, well, at least my hair. I like it. It's tacky. It does lay down everything. So this is sort of like your all-in-one product. Yes, a little shout out to them. And when I'm needing refreshers or, refresh my scalp, literally just going to put a little bit in my spritz bottle, shake it up so it breaks down, and just spritz my roots. If my roots feel extra dry, I'll just use a little bit and just rub it on my scalp. So, yeah. So, yes. So I take my little part here and come to the end. Now, I have 4 ABC hair all around. So it's really curly. And I guess high porosity. My hair loves some moisture. But it's also really super fine. Now, I don't know about the status of this camera, but, anyhow, I don't know if you can see that, but that is one hair. So, my hair itself is super fine. That means it's also super soft. So, in all the videos that I've watched and doing my research, everyone said, start off with a twist. But I'm like, well, my twists sometimes stay in at the bottom, sometimes they don't, especially if I'm not doing all the way to the bottom, or they just come out by themselves. So, in the last dozen or so, 2 dozen, I don't know, I have been attempting to braid the bottom. So, again, I don't know if you can see it. My 3 little sections. And then I just try to braid it just the bottom because I'm going to interlock the rest. So it's been taking a bit of skill and practice to perfect this technique of just catching the bottom. And then once I have a few, I'll just do the rest, braid the rest. I also don't mind how frizzy my hair is. I just figure that's how it's gonna lock better, I guess. I don't know. And so from there, let's see if you can see my part. So it's a little part. Not all of them are perfectly square either. I've had some triangles, I've had some octagons, and some other crazy shapes. So first video, don't hate me. So yeah, so this guy here, I do the 4-point rotation on my locks. Do I have a specific way of how to start it? No. All I know is that when I'm done, I want to end up whichever way is down. So on whatever section that is. So if it's on this side, I want to finish this way. If it's on the back, I have it that way, and this side is this way. My front, I do have a middle part. I generally in life don't have a middle part, but it's there, so I will do from my middle parts that way, and as they grow out I can easily flip over whichever side I prefer. So I guess for consistency's sake and just ease of my life, basically for a 4-point rotation for an interlock, basically you're just turning the hair in on itself. And I wanted to do interlocks. Versus, I guess, braid locks or twists, starting off with twists, or even instant locks, or palm rolled. One palm rolled, something this small, yeah, that will just unravel in a hot minute, especially in some places high humidity as this. Braid locks and the other ones, I don't know. It didn't appeal to me. Twists, I thought about it, but like I said, because my hair likes a little moisture, it will tend to swell. So I wanted them to be relatively neat while they started to, especially at the beginning stages, while they started to lock. So yeah, and I guess for the braiding as well, I've heard stories about the pattern not erasing itself for a long time. But, when I look at the pattern inside of my interlock, it's almost the same as a braid, just inside out and backwards. So, I don't know. I just find that, I guess, with the interlock so far, there will be less slippage overall. So, we'll see. Alright, so, get started. So, 4-point rotation. Start at the top, come all the way to the bottom. Make sure you're at the top of the base, and then just flip it in on itself. Come in from the opposite direction, from the right, I guess. Flip it in on itself. Now I split from the top, just because that's easier for me. But then I go under, come in, and go in the other way. So from the top, up and over, from the right, in and over, under, over, over, okay, so that's pretty much how I do them. I'm going to stop because you do not need to be watching the next 15-20 minutes of me just doing this. I will come back when I'm about here. And I show how I get in with my tool that I'm currently using. Okay, I'm back. So, as promised, I have about an inch and a half left. And I'm just gonna finish this off with my fingers. As much as I can. So now I'm going to turn to my trusty little hook. It is a crochet needle, but it is microscopic. This one is actually 3.25 millimeters. Well, that's what it says on here. Apparently they come smaller, and at some point I will probably get a smaller one. The one issue I'm finding with this type of crochet hook is that, especially because of how fine my hair is, when I'm pulling it through, it gets caught in other hairs. Also, it does tend to pull other hairs in on itself, like from other parts, or another lock that's close by, or at the root, or especially at the root. So I'm not too happy about that. I don't know if a latch hook would be better, but I don't know if they come this small, because that's the last thing I want, is to basically destroy my hair, or tension alopecia and all the rest of that. So it might be that I do get a traditional lock needle at some point, and that might help. But of course, because my locks are so small, I don't know if the end will hold, so I don't know. We'll see. I tried making one out of a regular sewing needle, but it failed. So I don't know. We'll see. So here I am now going to insert the needle from the bottom. I don't like doing it in a mirror because it just messes me up. So I feel for it from the bottom, bring it to where the lock stops, hook it in, and pull it. See, that's not the hair I wanted. See, I don't even know where this hair goes. There, I think. So in from the bottom, and pull it in and out. And that would have been from, so the inside that way. Right, you all need to see. From the top. do that way? I think I did that right. And then from the front. That's your 4 points. So from the bottom up, to bring it in on itself. From the back. Now, because I am getting so close to the root, I'm not going to be able to do a full 4 point. So now I'm just going to do from the bottom again. And hook it under, pull it down. And that's that. The other reason I wanted to do, or I chose interlock, I got a lot of hair. And I have a lot of long hair. So it's, even though it's locked in on itself, I still have from here, that's still a good 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 inches. And I cut it before Christmas. So I want to say a month ago I cut it. I cut like 2-3 inches off. And I still have a lot of hair. So I don't know, maybe in my mind anyway, the interlock is better for people with longer hair because I still have my length. And yeah, I still have my length. And with the braids, I don't know, they might unravel at the end especially. Like, well, these are all braided up. These are all done, by the way. I have some in the front that are done. But I have some in the very nape of my neck. The nape has always been drama for me. So I don't know, I might redo them, like comb them out and redo them, or I just might leave them as they are and let them do what they're gonna do and use those as lessons and cut them all off eventually. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. So yeah, that is how I am installing my interlock Microlocs. Maybe I can get one more rotation in, maybe 2. Hope I have learned something. Hope this video is clear enough. And I guess if I come back on and do another video with you actually hearing my voice, I don't know. We'll see. This is just part of my journey. 15 years in since I cut out my relaxer. So who knows? Bye for now.